SMT Nation, We Back Nation. I want to discuss this topic with you guys here today. We just got the reports from OpenSignal. We've seen reports from RootMetrics as well. And, T-Mobile's doing a nice job of holding on to their, 5G leadership with respect to the performance of the network, right? This includes both, 5G download speeds and then also the 5G availability reports. That they do have a very large 5G network, and all those things are great, and it should definitely be a part of their marketing, right? As to convince people to switch to them, try them, stay with them, whatever the goals may be. But I'm here to tell you guys, there's probably going to be some changes moving forward, and I think that time of 5G leadership is likely done or nearing its conclusion. Okay, so I'm going to explain what I mean by this and how I think it's going to play out. Then, of course, at any point in the video, you guys can comment and let me know if you agree or disagree, and also give me your reasoning, because I think that's probably the funnest part about this channel, is getting to read, the commentary from the SMT Nation. So do that for me. Link for the article from Monica Alvin, Fierce Wireless, will be in the description. Also in the description is the real SMT Buy Me a Coffee link. A big shout out to the most recent SMT Nation members for supporting us by buying us a coffee. You want to show your support and appreciation for the content here on the channel, use that link, it's in the description. And then, of course, there's still time, folks. If you are looking for a great deal in wireless service, it's about the final week of this opportunity to take advantage of this 3-month plan where you're getting the unlimited data plan from Mint Mobile for just $15 a month. Normally $30 a month, right? You're getting a 50% discount. So take advantage of this offer. mintmobile.com/Sneed. Use our link. The partner link will be in the description. Get that incredible value. Get their legendary customer care. All right, great terms. Really an awesome promotion, and the nation has spoken. They love it. So check it out. Link in the description. All right, so here's my process with this, right? T-Mobile has the 5G download speeds. They have the 5G availability, generally speaking, across most testing firms. And that bodes well for the fact that they have been building out this 5G network for the last handful of years, and they've been very aggressively doing so. Right? They got the T-Mobile and Sprint merger completed. They integrated the networks for the most part. They executed the Sprint keep sites, mostly should be done. Right now, with most of the tower sites across the country upgraded on some level, it's really going to be about, building a little bit of a tighter grid, getting more coverage out in rural America. They're working on retail in rural America to compete with Verizon and AT&T, who historically have won in those places. But now T-Mobile's kind of getting into that conversation, right? So they're doing all the things right? They're building out the network. They're making it better. It's gotten more reliable according to data. So we're really with what's going on at T-Mobile. There is one thing that needs to be stated, though. The reason why T-Mobile has jumped out so far ahead is because of timing, right? The fact that Verizon and AT&T, for that matter, did not have 5G spectrum to build out, but now they do. So the 5G leadership piece basically fades every day, right? If the lead was 100 yards, right, a year ago or a year and a half ago, well, the lead is now like 40 yards. And then by the end of this year, their lead will be 15 yards. You get what I'm saying? Their lead is closing. I described this in videos in the past as a window of opportunity, and each passing moment, T-Mobile's 5G leadership lead as a window starts to close. And it's not that they've done anything wrong, it's just time. It was only a matter of time until Verizon had C-band to build, AT&T had C-band to build, and they built it. And I've predicted that at some point you will not be able to tell the difference between Verizon, AT&T, and T-Mobile with respect to downlink speed. They'll be very similar, right? The only thing you could say could make a difference could be whoever has the denser tower grid within your market, right? From a national perspective, average downlink speeds are going to be pretty similar, right, in 2024, 2025, and such. But the difference, could be quality metrics, because right now, right, Verizon has the quality metrics for 5G experiences like gaming and video experience and video calls, right? So T-Mobile has some room where they can improve there. Verizon already has the uplink speed, which is kind of interesting because T-Mobile has much more spectrum on air, much more of their tower sites upgraded with 5G radios and antennas. So that kind of shows you that even with, a 3 or 4 year 5G stimulus package, T-Mobile is still not able to surpass Verizon even in 5G uplink speed. They should be able to, theoretically, but they don't. And that's according to OpenSignal, right? And when we look at the metro scores from Root, T-Mobile still lags the industry in a lot of different areas, metro markets, as well as state and national scoring, right? So there's work to be done. They've clearly improved. But for the most part, folks, as we move forward, all you're going to be seeing is a precipitous drop in the number of downlink speed advantages that you see from T-Mobile. Like the lead's going to close and then the lead's going to be gone. And it's basically going to be a push. And you shouldn't be making your networking decisions based on how fast the network can be. It's about being fast enough most of the time or all of the time, right? I made this very clear in my coverage of the reports. If the average downlink speed or mean downlink speed or median downlink speed is 525 versus 325, it's not going to change the outcome in your usage in most instances, right? And in many instances, most people are consuming video. Even a 4K video stream needs 25 megabits per second or maybe 30 at best, right? So it's not going to be an issue for people's usage on smartphones. Obviously, Verizon and T-Mobile want to create the most spectral efficiency. They want to create the most capacity possible at all their spectrum because they're also monetizing their network for fixed wireless access. So peak speeds are very important to those two carriers. AT&T doesn't want to look bad, obviously, so they want to get the most out of their spectrum as well. And they have like the least amount of mid-band 5G spectrum, with their N77, their C-band and DoD combination. So all the companies have a reason for doing what they're doing. But basically what's going to happen is the next OpenSignal report, the next Root report, you're going to see a continued move, right? Verizon is probably going to continue to move forward. They're going to continue to show excellence in the quality experiences, and you're going to see they're going to close that gap that we see in something like this. Right on the screen, you'll see that the 5G downlink speed, Verizon is at 96.3. So as those spectrum licenses from C-band clear, as Verizon essentially doubles or triples the amount of bandwidth they put on air on that channel, the gap's going to close. T-Mobile's still going to scale 10 gig backhaul, so their speeds can increase too, right? We might see them go up over 200, right, or something like that, but Verizon's going to probably go from like 96 to 140. And then the next report, they're going to go from 140 to 180, right? And the next report, they're going to go from 180 to 240 or so. It's just math, right? AT&T is going to jump up. They'll go from 80 to 100 to 140, right? T-Mobile is going to increase their average or their 5G download speed slowly, incrementally. Verizon, because they're literally going to get a bunch of spectrum cleared for C-band, it's going to just almost double in like a half a year. All right, so that's, and don't be alarmed by that. It doesn't mean that T-Mobile's network all of a sudden sucks. They're still going to be right there. Verizon's going to be right there. AT&T is going to get there. What does it tell us? Well, they're creating really capacitive, awesome networks. And as customers, we're very happy about this. I'm just saying, don't be shocked when you see Verizon take more than just 5G upload speed. Expect them to get to the download speed, right? They have a very dense network in metro markets. They're investing in mmWave. We'll see more of that soon. The small cells will get upgraded with C-band. It's going to be really, really quick. You're going to see Verizon come up fast. I don't know if you guys have ever watched that Captain America and the what is his name, the Falcon or whatever, when they're running in Washington D.C. and he says on your left, that's Verizon. They're on the left, and they're gonna more than likely in just a couple of quarters probably pass here. And it's just a lot of spectrum. They own and operate their own fiber optic cables across the country, and they're not afraid to build small cells and dense networks, and it's probably what's going to happen. But I'm very glad to see that T-Mobile takes it very seriously to continue to push the issue, and it's part of their marketing. They want to stay fast, so we're going to see them continuing to push the envelope as well. What do you guys think? Sound off in the comment section below. You are the voice of the people, the SMT Nation. Let your voice be heard.